Hi everyone. Today I am going to do something different on this channel, and that is I'm going to build the first mobile application on Expo. So in my channel you have already seen that I've experimented with web applications. I've taught and told how I build web application, how I build landing pages using components, using AI, using Cloud Code, using cursor agent and everything. I've given all the sauce, and by using that same principle I have also taught how to build desktop application, and I have also given starter repo kits for web and desktop application. Now it's high time to build mobile application, and we will be starting with Expo. So why Expo? Let's get into the video. The way we have React, React is a library and Next.js is on top of it. So if I just do this one and next it is Next.js, right? On top of it is Next.js, which is a framework. Similarly, here your React Native, consider this as a library, and this is a React Native, which you have probably heard of, and on top of it, Expo is built, which is similarly to your Next.js. So this is your Expo. Now, the way we host Vercel, like the way we host Next.js, in Vercel, we have something called ESA for Expo. So this is your Vercel, and this is the Expo, the ESA. So I forgot the full form actually. I have researched it. So I think it is Expo something like to deploy. So what happens is that in React Native, or if you build any native application, what to update your app, what you have to do is that you have to build, if you're building for iPhone, so you have to build something called .ipa, and if you're building something for Android, you have to build something called apk. So you have to build a new IPA, new apk for every update. You have to submit that to App Store, and once App Store reviews and accept the app, then only the new version will be pushed. Until then, users will not be able to use the new version. But what happens with ESA is that you build everything in Expo. They have managed their platform for Expo, and again, you send your updates to ESA, which is again in similar to hosting platform, which builds your new application and sends the new updates to this IPA and APK, like old APK and old IPA, over the air. So this is we call something called OTA updates, over the air updates. That's why I prefer Expo, because of this building principle. Right now, if I am, for example, building macOS application in Electron, every time I do an update, it goes directly to my GitHub, and from there, Electron updater updates the application. But this only happens if I'm not using my App Store, like App Store for downloads. For example, I'm selling, for example, subclip.app. I'm selling this macOS application directly from my website. So I can send auto update directly from my GitHub releases. But if I update, like if I sell this application via the App Store, then every time I have to build a new dot app, like the new DMG dot app, and I have to submit to App Store after reviewing. After App Store reviews it, then only it will be pushed to a new version. So it creates a friction if I go with the App Store. But with OT updates, you can submit it to App Store, and still you can do minor fixes and minor changes without notifying App Store, without going through the review process. You can just do the over the air updates. So this is the concept I understand, and that's why I'm going with this path, and you should also see. And one of the another benefit is that, again, if I had gone with Swift and if I had gone with React Native, again, Expo has many frameworks, like many modules, which helps on top of React Native. So what happens in React, you also know that Next.js provides you a better layer. For example, Meta, like for SEO purposes, Next.js has its own library. For image optimization, Next.js has its own library. Similarly, Expo also has its own NVM packages, which helps to build your mobile application way faster, to build the prototype. So that's why I am preferring Expo, and I will show you today how to build the first application in Expo. So let's get into it. So open the terminal And obviously you need to get something installed, and that is Node. You need Node 20 and above. So I think you can see it is 20 and above. This is fixed, so I don't need to install Node. And after that you need to install something called npm package. So you need to do this command npx create expo at app latest app. So we will just do normal app, so maybe YouTube demo. So we will do this one, it will install new applications. And since if you're using Mac OS, well and good. If you're not using Mac OS, then you can build like if you have an iPhone device, you can test your iOS application without going to the Mac OS application, and I will tell you how to do that. So let it install and I will explain you the process. If you have Mac OS and if you have Xcode and if you want to use iOS simulator, you can use it. So go to Xcode. Actually it's the long process, so let me just again go to the Xcode. And if you go to the build for perform action, and if you go to the destination manage run destination, and I think on clicking the plus it will appear. So you can do this one also. So once you have done this, and you can see after running this particular command, that is npx create export latest at the YouTube demo, we can go to cd YouTube demo and we have arrived into the win directory. Now you have to run this command, something called npx expo start. Now once you have done this, it will build 3 runtime environments, that is Android, iOS and web. Now you can see if I press A, it will open Android I simulator. So since I don't have Android simulator right now, I have Android Studio, but right now I don't have. So I will just press I to show you how it works in the background. So it will open a new iOS simulator in which Expo Go will be installed automatically if it is not installed, if it is the first iOS installation. And you can see operation timed out, and we will do again I to see whether it opens up the application or not. It should open, and if it doesn't open, we can always fall back to. Okay, there are some issue, and I am not sure why this particular issue is happening right now. Let me just close the Xcode and let me just do the iOS again. If it throws error, no worries in that. You can always scan this QR code, and you have to install Expo Go in your mobile device, and you can do this. So I have an Android mobile application and I will just show you. So this is how it actually looks, the Expo Go application. Now if I just scan the QR code, here you can see the scan QR code. Now if I scan the QR code, you can see the application, and if I go in the bottom, it should open, it should download the packages. So I have this Android mobile and I will scan the QR code which I have in the screen, and I've scanned it and I will show you how it opens. So you can see the loading screen. It is downloading the packages which you can see iOS was bundled. Now I think it is opening for the Android as well. So if it doesn't open, I will just close this application and I will do open it again. So I will just scan the QR again and I will just go. So since this is giving a little bit error, so what I will do npx expo start again, and I can do the reload in my Android application and I will wait for the update. Okay, so I have got the issue. Right now what is happening is that I'm not connected to the same Wi-Fi network in my Android device which is connected with my computer. That's why the bundled was not downloaded. Now I have connected the Wi-Fi. Now if I reload this application, I think you should see one. If I reload this application, Android is getting bundled out and you can see the update as well. And it has opened the application. Now I will show you the live update of how it will look. So right now I will just open this particular new window, which you can see. Now if I go to CD, what was the app name? CD YouTube demo. Now let me zoom in for you guys so that you can read out what I am doing. So you have to run this command, something called npm run reset project. If you reset it, it will reset the project. Now you can see that Android was bundled and you can see the update as well. like edit the app.tsx. Now, for example, if you want to edit this application, you can always open this in your cursor, or if you are using Vim, or if you are using WinSubop, whatever IDE you use, you can do. I'm use cursor, so I just do cursor, and it will open the cursor directly in the cursor. And you can see that if I just zoom in a little bit for you, you can see that this is the app, and you can see edit app index.tsx, which was we were doing. And earlier, this was the app example which was opened, and you can see in the app, this was the layout, and a lot of React code was there in that. You have seen that. So this is how you build the first application, or the how to set up the Expo project. There is a disclaimer which I want to give, and that is if you use multiple as like multiple drives. So for example, I have these drives, so you can see personal projects Macintosh HD. So I've divided my drive into different locations. You have to give the access, like you have to store the project in something called Macintosh HD. So if you have segregated your drive into multiple disk partition, then you have to do where your root node modules are installed. So you have to keep that in mind. Nobody does it in Mac, but I just wanted to give you this information because I do, because I migrated from Windows a long time ago, and I kept that habit of partitioning items. So that's why I just want to talk about it. So this is it, guys, and this is how you build your first Expo application. And in this channel, stay tuned. I have not completed my macOS series, so I will do that. I will work on that, and I will also work on my app building of mobile application. So stay tuned for that because this is going to be exciting. So till then, take care and bye.